Hey, everybody, it's Friday Night Live, and time once again to go behind the beer with my fellow Blue Nosers. Why am I still hearing music? Oh, I know why, because it's on Facebook. Yeah, we'll just turn that down so I don't hear myself. There, okay, perfect. Sorry. All right, yeah, so it's time to go behind the beer with my fellow Blue Nosers, and that's you guys. But before we go too far, I just have to mention that we are broadcasting from Mi'kmaq, the ancestral land of the Mi'kmaq people. So tonight we're presenting virtual episode number 8 of Behind the Beer, which includes ciders, by the way. That fact, I have worn my Bulwark cider shirt. Yep, take notice. Thanks to Christina for providing me with this awesome swag, and she gave me a bunch of other stuff too when we had them on the show, well, probably about a month ago now. So we still have to get down to see their cider house in Halifax. It's awesome down there. I've been in it, but I haven't spent any real time there, so we have to do that. Might even do a live show from there. How's that sound? That would be cool, right? So now remember, and speaking about that, remember that as the restrictions are being lifted, we once again can offer on-location options for this show and many of our other community TV shows. So something to consider. We can go live right on location. So how would you like to see us go live from the tap room of your favorite brewery, cider, or the tasting room of your favorite winery? You know, what a great way to get attention and attract people to those awesome locations and the local products that they make. So I don't really need to mention the tourism benefits for Nova Scotia with the accessible online shows, do I? No, I don't need to mention that because you already know that, right? Anyhow, tonight's show is once again a viewer's choice episode where each of us on the Zoom panel will talk about our favorite locally made brews. I've got mine right here. We'll talk about that in a second. And if you are a beer aficionado, you can join the panel by going to the webpage listed in the event description and using the Zoom meeting link you will find there. You can join right now, actually. But you have to be 19 years of age to join the panel. Sorry about that, but them's the rules. You also have the option, or on comments. We have comments and chat feature. We have a super chat because of Restream that we're now using to broadcast to multiple platforms. And you can tell us through the chat what your favorite brew is, or if you have any questions for the panel, something you would like to clarify and get information about, let us know. We'll see if we can help you out. The panel is made up of a number of beer enthusiasts, so if you have a question, like I said, let them know. We'll see what we can do to answer it. Well, it's time to get boring here and go over to the panel, see how everybody is today. How are y'all doing?
Hey.
Good. Now I'm hearing myself for some reason. Anyhow,
well, we're all hearing you twice.
You hear me twice?
Yeah.
As it was one.
Time, mate. You don't have to repeat it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. But yeah, so how's everybody?
Only say it twice if you're ordering beer.
There, you can hear.
Myself.
That's what I think.
Ah.
Oh, that. There.
Mr. Kelly, but please be silent. I could have said something else, but I changed your mind. I don't want to get battered next time I see you.
Well, we're here for another great episode of Behind the Beer. I hope everybody's got a selection, one of their favorites. Like it, we have comments on Restream now. Just bring up the little, social comments will display down here. So if you have a comment, just put it in the comments bar, and we should get it here and be able to talk about it. So you don't have to be on the panel to talk about it or have. All right, cool. Good.
I'm trying something new.
You're trying something. Okay, good. Let's start. District. I'm reading the can. Rosé. Nice.
And it's a rainbow in it, so it's very topical.
Yeah, it's District Pride Cider in downtown Dartmouth.
When did you get it?
Oh, I haven't heard of the website.
I don't remember buying it, but yeah.
Lake City Cider House.
It says,
there we go.
be proud of who you are, be proud of where you came from, and just as proud of where you are now. Embrace yourself, live your life without greed or compromise, which is what we drove for when creating our District Pride cider. A dry rosé cider that balances Nova Scotian apples with a bounty of tart berries.
Mm-hmm.
Let's raise a glass and cheers to you.
Awesome.
Sounds good to me.
Time to learn about them. And they snuck under the radar. There's their website that shows their tap. Yeah. Like Google, you can bring them up real quick. Yeah, right downtown. They have directions and a map right there. 35 Portland Street in Dartmouth. City Cider. Wow, that's another place we got to check out.
Yeah.
Road
They're
trip.
everywhere.
So it's a
Well,
nice,
they're all within spitting distance, isn't it?
it's a nice
Yeah, well,
rosé
you can spit that far.
color. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't had a drink yet.
Oh, well, what are you waiting for? One thing I did want to mention that.
Dry. It is dry. It's not sweet.
Oh, and it looks nice. Hold the camera there. Is it like a pink?
Pinky ready thing, yeah.
Pinky ready. Good descriptive there, Graham. Yep.
1 minute.
Pinky ready thing.
Yeah, for someone that's artistic, that's a really great terminology.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Black and white. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's not. It's not sweet, which is.
Yeah, which some cider can be. Yeah. It can be quite sweet.
This is definitely dry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good.
Very nice.
Dry cider. Dry cider, just like my jokes.
Yeah. Might have to go down to their tap room.
Where are they?
On Portland Street.
Portland Street. Okay.
Downtown Dartmouth.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Not too far.
Yeah. Just 35 Portland Street. Bring up that website again.
Pride shirt today for my company.
I had my anti-bullying shirt on earlier today, but gone back to the Turks and Caicos.
So what you call Graham?
Oh, me?
Yeah, what you
Okay,
got? We'll
never
go to
asked.
Graham this time.
Another Nova Scotia cider. You may have heard of it. No boats on Sunday.
No boats on Sunday, yeah.
No boats on Sunday. I don't know where they're based. They're in Nova Scotia. Oh, Truro. I've just seen it now. They're in Truro.
Big
Well,
T.O.
we're going up that way
It
next
doesn't
week.
seem to be a website. Doesn't seem to be a website, but if you do a quick search for no boats on Sunday, I'm sure it'll come. 100% Nova Scotia cider. Wow. And
So it's we're back on the
I'm
ciders.
gonna
Lots of
throw it
ciders.
out. I mean, I've had this many times. I
There
do
we
like
go.
it. I don't want to say. No, it's not a screw off. Oh God, no! I should have bought a bottle of. I'll be back in a moment with a bottle of.
So this is kind of interesting when I bring up their website. Graham will be back in a sec, so hey, bear with him. I don't want people to see my. I'm gonna hide that. I don't want people to see my birth date, even though I just my birthday.
And I'm back. I've got my bottle-shaped bottle opener from Belgium. Fridge magnets, also a bottle opener. Actually bought in Belgium, and where they make good beer as well. But they're the ones that bought Boddington's Bitter, so they can't all be perfect.
There we go. Well, that took a fair bit to get into the site. I had to enter my birth date and let them know how old I was.
Ah, well, they don't want to make too young.
Yeah, well, yeah, and same as being on the panel. Unfortunately, you have to be 19 years of age.
When he goes in a liquor store, he has to show his birth certificate.
You know, when I promote the show, I get banned a few times on different places. If I don't mark that I'm only targeting people over 19, Facebook, for example, won't let me advertise. So, yeah, interesting.
How dare they?
I know,
it's
terrible,
nice,
right?
amber-looking or golden-looking cider.
Yeah, so here's
cider.
They have merch and beverages. It's quite the extensive website. So it's no boats.
You know, when he gets you in the jaw.
Yeah.
It's handy.
So
it's not
no
dry.
boats,
I usually like dry cider. This is a bit sweet, but I still like it. Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, so
that's
there's check that out.
There you go. Did you find the website?
I did, yeah. Like I said, you have to fill out an essay to get into it, but that's okay.
Well, they don't want any young.
So I'm gonna move ahead with my Brenton Red Coat. That is a Irish red ale, which I'm really looking forward to. There it is. Here we go. Stand back. Put it right up by the mic when I open it.
So where's that one from?
Breton Brewing. It's up in Cape Breton. That's why it's called Breton Brewing.
I wondered. BB.
There we go. I'm sharing with the boss. Well, it's got a lovely color so far. I can't pour it up, but
social.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. They're. Well, it's darker on my camera, but it is an amber for sure. No question about it. Let me give it a sip here. That's what we're all about.
Yeah, get around the edges. It's a bit lighter. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Your half larger than Kelly's.
Well, that's all she wanted. She's sampling. Yeah, that almost has. Yeah, it almost has a caramel overtone to it. That's really nice and smooth. If you want a nice, I'd almost call that a dessert beer, if there is such a thing. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I think the boss liked it too. There she is, coming back. And we were talking about food pairing. We're food pairing here. Yeah. Smoked beer sticks. Yeah, smoked beer sticks. You can get them at Sobeys. I don't know if it's okay to mention Sobeys, but I just did. So, yeah, then they're perfect.
What are they like jerky or the pepperoni? Or?
Yeah, they're definitely a dried meat. Not quite as like a jerky, more like a pepperoni, but they're very light and they really complement a beer. So I like them. What's up, Doc?
Yeah. Oh, so we'll look for them. Pepperami. They have one in the UK called Pepperami, and it's got a little pepperami stick with eyes and in the teeth, and it's all spicy. It's a pepperami. It's a bit of an animal, and there's this animated guy on TV running around hitting food. Pretty aggressive, you know. I mean, when you have one of those, you bite it and you go, hot stuff. I don't know if it still exists. I've not been seen it for years, but it was very good, very nice. Stick it in my lunchbox to go to work. When I opened the lunchbox, it had eaten all the sandwiches.
Wow. Okay. Oh yeah. I see this guy here.
It had tattoos.
Pepperami.
Pepperami. I don't know. Maybe you can get it here. I don't know. I bet you can get it in Pete's Boutique.
Well, if you can, it would be at Pete, wouldn't it?
It will, yeah. Well, the extortionate. That'll be another list to the Mr. Pepperani's crimes: murder, theft, all sorts of things. Pepperami hitman. Ooh.
So what have you got, Bob?
Well, I'll show you what I'm not drinking first, just because as an homage to what Christine's drinking, our friends at Saltbox also have come up with a Pride themed beer, Loud and Proud. I had one last night. It's quite nice. It's it's just a little over 5%, but it's like a summertime lager. And quite a interesting can and good. What I am drinking is I stopped by to see my friends at Off Track and picked up a grunter, the small. So this is what the grunters look like. Ooh. And,
So is that smaller than a growler?
That's right. The growlers are 64 ounce.
Yeah.
And I don't know any place that doesn't call them a growler, but I've heard multiple names for the half size ones. So I've heard grunter, I've heard squealer, I've heard growlito.
You have to rate this show soon.
Some of the breweries, Shipwright in Lunenburg and also Nine Locks will do a 32 ounce can that they call a crowler. So they just replace the G with a C. And the thing with those, of course, is you better be prepared to sit down and have 2 beers in a row, because otherwise they'll go flat.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah. No, we don't want flat beer. No.
What I've got here
That's illegal.
It's their Sunnyside Blonde, which is a very nice beer.
So they're
Nice.
in, you said in Bedford.
They're in Bedford. They're on Rocky Lake Drive, just up behind the Sunnyside Mall.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So if you were going from Sunnyside up to Waverly, it's just up around the corner.
Okay. They're called Off Track, but they're definitely on the rails when it comes to beer.
They
can use that if you want to use that Off Track.
Brian, I think the name comes from the fact that the owners and the brewers, when they used to get together and have a few beers, a conversation, they tend to get off track. So that's what the name of the brewery was.
We should name this show Off Track. It's that makes sense. I like that. Yeah.
What it also might mean is don't drive a train while you've been drinking.
Yeah.
Because
Otherwise,
hold on to the steering wheel. My father was a train engineer. That was always a running joke. Hold on to the steering wheel. He's driving the train. He gets a lot of people that way. I did find Mr. Pepperami.
Yes. Oh, is he still there? Is he still exist? Here we go.
I don't know if he still exists, but this video exists.
Yeah, it is. He's a bit of an animal.
Thank you, Graham. That's
I aim to please. Look at him. He's
eating himself.
He's so angry.
He's eating himself.
He is a bit angry. Oh my goodness.
I was like that. Running towards the camera, screaming.
Oh,
Brings
I
back
guess it must
fond
be a
memories, doesn't it,
compilation.
Graham?
There's loads of little shorts. There's the hot one. It's a fiery pepperami.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I didn't know there was this many.
I don't know if I guess you can hear the sound on that.
Ego for me. Well, just to prove I wasn't lying anyway. Or imagining things.
This is our typewritten section of the show.
He's ripped out the grocery bag now.
My goodness. All right. Well, there you go.
He's a lot of an animal, not a bit.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Love
I
that
have
guy.
nightmares. I have nightmares up for pepperami.
You know,
Angry
put your
guy.
lunch behind bars. It's crazy.
I wonder if they have those up at the great British food place.
They do. I mean, it's not so much a beer stick. It's more of a sort of defend your beer from the stick. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Probably drinking your beer.
This is a friendly stick. Just letting you know.
Yeah. Well, that's a Canadian one, eh? It's, you know, hey, you know, nice weather. Hey, where did that guy come from? Quick, call the cops.
I wonder if Dennis would have those up at the list.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can get them
We were up there.
on a box
2 weeks ago?
currently
Yes.
Was it that? Yeah.
Okay, this just in from the news wires. You can get a box of 24 pepperamis on Amazon. How much were they?
They're not available right now.
Oh, they're not available right now. So what's the point of that?
But you can buy them online in Canada.
You can buy them online in Canada.
From
And
Gonna have to get Graham some.
don't make that face on camera.
I used to get multi-packs. It was a pack of
$59
5
for
or
a box
10,
of 24. That's not cheap.
No. You could probably get something exactly the same, the Canadian brand.
They have to
But
pay
without the
for
aggression.
it somehow.
Without the angry mascot advertising. Life's too short, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Chill.
He's gonna chill.
Lose the anger. Channel it. Oh,
Do you have anything to do with those commercials? That they have a Grammy D vibe to them.
yeah. If only. I used to work in advertising for British Gas, the gas company. I used to work in their advertising display department. I used to design advertisements and things. Well, eventually, he put me in charge of the office, and it became boring. Got paid more, but I was getting all the blame for everyone else's mistakes, which is continued after I've retired for some reason.
Joy of little management, Graham.
There you go. Yeah, exactly what it was. Middle management. Yeah. Hated from both sides.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't win.
I've worked through the best, I tell you. Yeah.
100% pork salami. Okay. That's good to know. The information just keeps rolling in off the news wires here.
Well, I mean, people, I know we're joking about it, but people might find this information useful. I mean, they are pretty good. Little stick, just have a nibble on it. I'm having a beer.
Is that how?
It's got a bit of a kick to it.
So how are the ones you got from
Sharon wants to know, is that Howie's patio? And I'm not sure what that refers to.
Howie's our dog.
Yep.
Okay, that explains it.
One of our dogs.
Thanks, Sharon, for that. Appreciate the comment.
Graham wants to know how the ones were from Sobeys.
Oh, they're good. They're very mild flavored. Like they're not angry or anything. They're just, yeah. I find that mild flavor really complements the beer.
Chilled.
They're chilled. They're
They're
Canadian.
easygoing pepperoni.
Oh, you're coming to get one, are you?
Yeah.
No, I like
They
them.
went through the internet, folks. Well, I'm glad I was
Excuse me
able
while
to bring some.
I help feed my wife. I don't know where the hole is. Oh, down right there. Excuse us. You just have an issue here.
Yeah,
A food issue.
carry on. Be our guest.
Yeah. It's not that kind of show. There we go. All right. Feeding the hungry. So I thought we'd mention that we're having a little road trip next week on Wednesday. Graham and I and everyone's welcome to come up to the Great British Grub in Truro. Of course, we're going to put them to the test to make sure they do have Great British Grub, as they say. And I remember this place. I think it was a cafe when I was in there. Yeah.
I'm sure it
Yeah, you're going to be the judge. Yeah. So I got a new little.
I am British.
Words that.
Yeah, it'll be good.
he says he is, but. So I've got a new little toy, a little portable camera.
Eventually.
I'm going to do an unboxing video of this thing, and we're going to try it next Wednesday. That's the Osmo Pocket 2. That's my new little toy. We're gonna go and take to Truro with us when we go up to the Great British Grub and see what's going on. We'll put that to the test. Yeah, a little vlogging camera, and it's tiny little thing, tiny. I'm used to big cameras that I have to.
What is it? What is it? A little camera, microphone thing.
A drone.
Yep.
Oh, it's a drone.
No, it's a handheld gimbal camera. Yeah, so it's like we're on a drone, but you hold it in your hand.
Drone?
I didn't say it was a drone. I have a drone.
I still don't know what it is, but never mind.
I'm getting hungry.
You'll find out Wednesday. Anybody else who wants to see is welcome to join us at the Great British Grub on Wednesday, and we're thinking around hitting the place around 1 o'clock or so.
Yeah, Brian's paying, so everyone will too.
I can't make
I'm only kidding.
And I turn my camera here or something.
Customers, so. Nah.
Yeah, we'll embarrass some customers and have some fun, and they're going to join us. Their chef's going to talk about what they make and stuff, and actually join us. So yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to make a show to that. That won't be live. That'll be recorded. So.
Did they know they're coming?
Oh yes. I let them know. I warn people. We're coming.
I just want to not have to book a table. That's all.
It shouldn't be a problem. They do say they're fairly steady, which is good news to hear that. And yeah, so that's why I thought we'd hit them around 1 and not have the lunch rush. But yeah,
is the place run by a British person?
People? I don't know. I could check my email and see who responded.
When we went in Delish the other week, there was a British lady there behind the counter. So I just thought.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Obviously, Pete's Boutique was originally founded by a Brit. I know he's not there anymore. But, someone told me he's actually left the country now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, it might have been you guys that told me last week.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Get your information here, folks.
He's on holidays on vacation in Portugal, and he saw a farm that he really liked that was for sale. I think as I read, the second day of his holiday, and by the end of the week, he bought it.
What a guy!
Wow.
He's a globe-trotting entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
I
I think his daughter is going to be running the winery. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, the winery that's here. Yeah.
Yeah, Gina, I think is her name. Yep, I've
so
met her a couple
sold
times.
Off the boutique entirely then.
Yeah. That was sold to Sobeys 3-4 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, they've left it pretty much the way it was, which.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, that's my go-to for anything British, that I miss. Well, not everything, but I like to get my fruit juice from there and stuff. Robinson's black currant and apple, whatever you call it. The concentrated stuff that you've add water to. I like that stuff. You can't seem to get it.
The first section as you walk in is really quite interesting for those of us that that aren't familiar with so many of the British products. It's fun to look at them.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get a nice package of chocolate hobnobs or things like that, Jaffa cakes, and
Cheese and onion crisps.
cheese and onion crisps.
Yep.
Yeah,
Haggis
good
flavored crisps. And
well, yeah, I've never seen those until I moved here, but yeah,
I saw those
you learn
today.
something new every day. But yes, they're very nice as well.
Or-
Well, I've
They
Yeah.
haven't been open.
since I've moved to Canada, I've noticed it's very difficult to buy a small packet of chips. You know, everything's huge, which is good for me. You know, I mean, you know, if I have a packet of cheese and onion crisps, I have to have 2 packets.
well, when you go to
How does
Costco,
that
Yeah.
work? I think she's going to get a packet of cheese and onion crisps though, to show us.
Oh, she's doing that. We have another pepperami episode here.
Well, this is Walker's crisps.
This is
And the crisp, let me say, Walker's, I think it's the same company as Lay's, because if you notice,
Uh-oh.
the logo is the same, different words.
we like the Walkers. We picked those up before.
little bags of crisps.
Oh, that's different.
Oh, that'll keep
Bags
you going
in a
until we
big
have our
bag.
supper.
Yeah.
There we go.
Walker's, and you notice that it says crisps, not chips.
Yeah.
It's just the British way of saying it. That's it.
You have to have a snack when you've got a drink.
Yeah, it's just like being in the pub.
Yeah.
I see the bag, Chris.
Now, in the UK years ago, there used to be a company called Roy Donnelly Seafood.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And in the pub, around about 10 p.m. every night, the guy would come in with his red and white striped blazer, white trousers, and a straw halter, and a tray around his neck, full of prawns and whelks and mussels and things.
Okay.
And the people would not buy them on little tubs with a little cocktail stick, picking up the mussels while they're having the final couple of pints before closing time. And I can't do it now. I actually realised I actually hate things like that. But years ago, and he had a few drinks, I didn't care. I didn't eat anything. I mean, I could see a dead cat in the road and I'd eat it, you know, but after a few pints of Guinness, I'll eat
It
anything.
looks a little more appetizing.
Yeah.
Well, if you're eating these whelks, or whatever you call them here, those gritting them and everything, and you realise it's actually bits of sand that they've eaten and it's gone through the system.
You have to wash that down pretty quickly.
That's why I don't.
Washed it down with a pint of Bonison's bitter.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very-
So
And
Graham,
then-
French fries are known as chips, but would you ever see French fries like called French fries in England? Are they just
No, I've well, maybe they do, but I've never seen them called French fries in the UK. They just call them. Actually, once you go to McDonald's, of course, McDonald's is in the UK as well. Places like that,
Mhm.
they call it French fries, but I just say fries. But mostly it's chips.
Right.
And after leaving the pub, after eating the Roy Donnelly seafood, we'd still be hungry, and we would stagger home, and we'd always go past the chippy on the way home, chip shop. See, so it'd be, you know,
We did donaires.
well,
Yeah.
that
Hot
well,
dogs,
We went
hot
to
dogs.
Donairs, right?
depending on which pub you went to, you could either walk past the chippy or the kebab shop.
Yeah.
Maybe a doner kebab, which is very similar to a doner.
so that's a
Same
testament
size.
to location. If you really want to be successful as a chip shop, you set up beside the pub.
Mm-hmm.
I wish someone had got one here. I've yet to find a British chippy here that had the actual. I don't know why they
Yeah.
doesn't taste the same.
Oh, wasn't that a place?
There was a place. What was it called? The Mondo Takeout or something
Yeah.
it was called, and they did
Mm-hmm.
Montebello.
they did like sort of British style chips and jumbo sausage and batter, and that was the closest I've come yet to finding something that reminded me of the old chippy. And it's closed down, unfortunately. I think COVID must have got it.
Yeah. Well, maybe this Wednesday we'll find you some better chips. We'll see. We'll see what they have on their menu.
Don't get me wrong. I love Canadian food. The takeouts, the restaurants are all excellent stuff. There's a certain thing, the way the UK, there's certain things, I do miss it, but not enough to want to go back
Nothing
there.
like fish and chips over there.
Exactly, fish and chips.
Oh my god, that fish is so good.
So, when we went on our honeymoon, I took her back to the UK. We went to Blackpool, Blackpool, the Mecca of the North, and we went in a chippy, and we had chips and fish and chips and mushy peas, and she didn't like the mushy peas, so she
I
gave
gave him the
me a mushy peas. I love mushy peas.
They
Oh,
are.
behave. Not as disgusting as lobster.
I'd rather have
Well, welcome to the food pairing portion of the show here, everyone.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to mention is I have it was brought to my attention that there is a company that is making beer for dogs. Yeah,
Oh, really?
there it is. Crafty Beast Brewing Company, and it's called Fetch. Now, apparently it's non-alcoholic, so dogs aren't getting any
I
alcohol.
hope so.
People can drink it too. I think they were on CTV just a short while ago. So a friend of mine is a good friend with the person who started this, and I'm gonna see if you guys are okay with, see if we can do a different behind the beer episode where we actually go there and where I'm gonna film there and get some of the product and bring it to you guys, and then we'll film your dogs testing it, trying it, and seeing what they think,
Maggie,
that type of thing.
Maggie used to do the Zoom.
yeah,
Dogs
yeah,
got
we'll give it to
two that
Maggie
can
and
try it.
Yeah, we got
and
two
we've
that
got
be happy to participate.
yeah, awesome.
That's a Nova
Yeah, so
Scotia company, Brian.
it is. Yeah, they're in Dartmouth apparently. So yeah, I've got to get over there and like I said, see if I can get some product and we'll bring it around to you guys and it'll be a filmed episode. It won't be a live episode of Behind the Beer, but I think it'll be an interesting one anyways.
Oh, I look forward to that one.
Yeah, so I got some stuff in the works here. We're
Oh, Maggie would too.
Well,
Probably
yeah.
Piper.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
like,
of course, yeah. Well, that's two participants.
yeah. Would you like
Yeah,
some
no.
beer, Maggie? Some pepper beer?
Some Fetch Canine Pale Ale. Yeah, so that looks like it'll be a little bit of fun. So we got a few things we're working on here to bring other things from Nova Scotia made around the province to the viewers, the viewers out there in TV land.
I'm intrigued by this canine beer.
For the two and the four-legged drinkers.
I'll bring. Yeah, that's right. Well, you can. Apparently, you can. There it is again. Fetch. Introducing Fetch. Best friends drink together.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Of course, another accompaniment to beer is peanuts.
Yeah.
You can't
That's
do
true.
a nice
That's
bag
very
of
true.
peanuts with a beer.
Now, nobody said our food pairing had to be
Ready
gourmet.
roasted
So.
or, what do you call it? Dry roasted or hot roasted.
Mhm.
They're all good. What
Mm.
stuff have we got at Costco the other day?
Oh, we got macadamia.
We got some macadamia
What?
nuts upstairs.
Mhm.
I keep forgetting
Oh,
we've got them, otherwise they'd be gone by
Are they ever good?
now. Yeah.
Graham hasn't found them, so they're still there.
My memories of Hawaii.
Oh yes.
Mm.
We've been to Hawaii twice.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, good post.
Yeah. I remember you brought some back some really nice macadamia nut stuff. I think there was chocolates and things like that you brought back.
Well,
that
the
were-
chocolate covered ones as well. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
These
Mhm.
are just honey roasted macadamia nuts from Costco, and
I've never seen
they're
those.
pretty good.
Mhm.
I don't think they have them.
They're
Oh,
already.
tried those.
Nice,
Well,
little
I think
treat.
one of my weirdest memories from Hawaii was walking around a Christmas shop.
In
All
Hawaii.
year,
Yeah,
an
that'd
all
be
year
weird.
round store, Christmas items.
Hmm.
And all these little bobbleheads of Santa wearing a grass skirt and he's holding a ukulele. And I thought, what's wrong with this picture? But yeah,
That's wrong, man. That's just wrong.
well, you've heard the song with Bing Crosby, haven't you? Melly Kaniki is the thing to say.
It's still
I'm going to do a
wrong.
video for that next Christmas.
Yeah.
Brian, you and me, mate, we'll do a duet at Christmas. That's one of the songs.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Got to wear a
Sounds
goth
good.
skirt, mate, and we'll do a green screen of Hawaiian beach behind us.
Perfect. I've actually got a beach backdrop.
I'll play the
Sunset
ukulele, you
beach
can play the
back-
guitar. It'll be great.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, well,
No, we're gonna have-
I've been planning it for years, but I've not got around to it.
Just a bunch
Trousers
of fun. We're
rolled
just
up.
gonna have fun. That's right.
Graham, I've got a question for you. Have you ever found any English pubs in Canada that remind you of pubs back home?
There was well, not that reminds me of pubs back home. There's plenty of pubs that have the feel of it. I mean, the Celtic pubs are the closest. What they called? The one in the Triangle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The Triangle does remind me of a British pub. The old Triangle, and also
Jameson's or
Jameson's, not so much as
Celtic Corner.
Celtic Corner, yeah. But what we're talking about here is how it looks and how it feels.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all great pubs, but I'm just trying to think of one that actually reminds me of a British pub. I think, oh, there is one, and I can't remember what it's called. Where did I go? You know, some of the places when we go on the New Year levies remind me of British pubs. The Legions, because you know, I think Legions are universal. I mean, the British Legion in the UK, obviously, it's very similar to
Royal Artillery Park.
Canadian Legion.
Yeah, Royal Artillery Park is one of the ones that we go to on the
Yeah.
levies.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember which one's which, but I've been to a few pubs, and I'm sorry, I can't give details, but I've been to a few pubs since I've moved here that do remind me of England. Very much so. But the British Legion, I mean, you can't go wrong. It's a blueprint, isn't it? I mean, I've been to a few I've been to a few Legions since I moved here. I don't know how many there are in Dartmouth.
How many? No, you got to tell us how many.
One in Halifax. My cousin-in-law got married and had his party in the Legion. I think it was the one. I don't know which one it was. I can't remember now. A few years ago, but very much like the British Legion, and even the people, they were very sort of. God, I feel like I'm back in the UK. It was a nice feeling, you know. We're all doing the same sorts of silly drunken things.
Yeah, Canada's taken a few tips here and there over the years from Britain. I'm just saying, you know, just a few tips.
I think this is why I've taken to Canada so much, because Great Britain and Canada got a lot in common.
So did you know there's 101 legions in Nova Scotia? How many have you been to? All of them, or 101 legions? That's
no.
You need to feel like you're at home. We got to visit them all.
Bucket list to do.
Well, I've already retired. I'm waiting for her to retire.
I think that would retire
I've been
you.
very fortunate. I've been very fortunate to have been able to retire very early. So it's given me a life of leisure. So every day I do my chores, clean the kitchen up and things, and do the dishes and things, and I sit down and do what I want all day, you know. Lately, I've been playing the PlayStation a lot, but usually, I mean, last year, because of the pandemic, was taken up with music, as you well know, Brian. You've taken part in some of them yourself.
I know.
But we've been doing music videos, haven't we, for the antivirus, trying to raise money for charity and fight that pandemic. I don't know if antivirus has single-handedly managed to fight it back, but we had a go. Made a bit of money, I think, and it all went through to that direct relief charity. And then we've got some more coming up. I'm advertising myself. I've got another song in the works which I'm working on, which I hope Brian will be joining in on. Yeah,
I will be.
I'm not going to say anything more about it, but it'll be fun. I tell you, it'll be fun. Anyway, that's what I do in my spare time, things like that.
And it's all for a good cause. You forgot to mention it's for a good cause. Yeah, it's for a good cause. What was your charity again for antivirus?
Oh, well, the one we've been directrelief.org. We've been targeting that one because it seems to be a good one. What it does is provides medical supplies for all around the world for countries that need it the most. So they could be, let's say, somewhere in Africa, somewhere where they need vaccines or PPEs and things, and they make sure it gets there. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be Africa. It could be Canada. It could be USA. It could be England. Anywhere. This is why I chose that charity, because the band is international. Therefore, the charity should also be international.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it could be a local charity, but I don't know. I mean, we just use their link when we're pushing the music. If you like this song, please consider donating. You know, I don't try to. When I first started doing this, I started begging for money and things, but it doesn't work that way. People don't like to be begged to give money out. So this sort of suggests it to them. You know, I mean, the whole idea of the project wasn't just to get money; it was to cheer people up, because we were right in the middle of a tight lockdown this time last year when we started doing it anyway. And so the first song was called Shaky Wacky Blues, which Brian did a great video for. Oh, they are. There's the Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Facebook page. I couldn't find the website. Oh, there it is.
Country and Western. Yeah. Country and Western song we did called No Place Like Home, which was to do with staying at home. No. There's the 19 COVID Stein. Yeah, that was about the about the virus being a monster. All these little sorts of, you know, meanings and things. It's just fun. So I just wanted an excuse to do an old Universal monster movie thing. Angel of Mercy there, that was about that was a dedication to all the medical teams around the world, giving their all. And No Place Like Home means stay at home. That one, 19, that was about, you know, everywhere you go, it's everywhere. It's in the corner store, it's in the street, you know, you can't get away from it. And there's Shaky Wacky Blues, yeah. And that bottom one, that was, I just wanted to do a Christmas song, and I wanted to get totally away from the pandemic for Christmas. And we didn't want to do anything to do with that pandemic. So we just did an old rocking around the Christmas tree, which was nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
I just thought, you know, it's a good fun, keeps us happy. I've got a great team. We're all great musicians. Well, they're all great musicians. You know, I'm just making myself look good by hanging around with them. But we've got a great singer called Junie.
Right, yeah.
She's wonderful.
We ride on their coattails.
She's our star. You know.
Yeah. I know it.
Yeah.
She's pretty
she's
awesome.
Watching this, she'll be blushing, but well, if she's not watching, I'm going to send her the link to the YouTube upload. I should be going, oh no.
Yeah. I'll share your Facebook page link here too on the feed, so people get that. There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know. The first song, as far as I know, from what I can gather, it made about $800 or $900. That was good.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But I lost track. I lost track after that because I didn't want to take the responsibility of the money because I didn't want to get chased by the tax man for some strange reason. You know, they might think I was laundering it, but I don't actually see the money. It just goes directly to the charity. I thought I might add that before I get arrested. But I kept track of the Facebook page because there was like donation buttons that goes directly to the charity, and a lot of people were actually donating, and it sent me a notification. For some reason, it stopped doing that. I know people have been donating, so thank you, everyone. If you donated and you're listening, there you go.
That's right. Yeah, if you're out there, and thank you for your donations.
I haven't been using the donation money for buying guitars, I promise.
No, you
I
wouldn't
know
do
it
that.
seems that way because I did buy a lot of guitars last year. Well, I know about two or three new guitars in the space of a year. That's unheard of, you know, for me.
Ooh, a new guitar. That's got a nice sound to it.
I've got nowhere to put them now. So I can't find
he's got 10 on his guitar over there.
1, 2, 3.
I've got 2.
I'm
behind
one
the
on
game.
the wall.
More wall space.
What, are you looking for more space?
I have 3. Oh, you're right. Okay, I have 3. Yeah, you're right.
Do you have extra room in the bedroom? Those carpets were rocks up there.
Tell her that.
Good size room.
I've not got enough arms or time to play any more guitars.
Yeah, that's right. You can't play them all at once.
Although our drummer Brett has got a new hobby. He's started repairing and setting up guitars. He can't even play guitar. Well,
Oh, really?
I'm not saying he can't. He can play guitar, but he's not. You know, he's a drummer.
Yeah.
So you know, a drummer that dabbles with guitar. He started collecting guitars and doing them up, refurbishing them, which is quite an amazing thing. And he's got double neck guitars. He's got 12-string guitars. He's got quite a lot of guitars. He's catching up with me, and he's got guitars that I don't have. So
It's
maybe
not a competition. It's not a competition.
Well, I don't really. I mean, a double.
I only say that
guitar,
because I would lose. Yeah.
I don't really need.
Yeah.
I don't really need a double neck guitar. A double neck guitar is a live instrument.
Yeah. No.
Short
The 12 string
and
would be nice. I wouldn't mind an acoustic 12 string. That'd be nice.
well, yes, that is on my bucket list. I mean, I used to have one years ago. Oh,
Yeah, I've never had a 12 string.
But bugger to keep tuned, I tell you.
Yeah, it's hard to tune a 6 string. Yeah.
Well, I do have an
Well,
effects pedal that makes my spiky heavy metal guitar sound like a 12-string acoustic.
Oh, really?
Whether it actually sounds authentic or not is up to the listener, but it does.
Yeah.
To me, it does sound a little bit 12-string. If it's just for recording purposes, it doesn't matter what type of guitar. As long as it sounds okay.
Yeah, as long as people enjoy it. Well, I think we might wrap things up. It's been a good show. We've had a few sips. Anybody else want to bring anything forward before we wrap things up here? I'm gonna have another sip here. Well,
I think I need to open another one.
Well, appreciate everybody coming on. Next week
it's
going to be a Who's Whining.
In the fridge as well. Maybe.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's in the wrong place. It's in the fridge. You got to get it out of there. You got to rescue it.
Cold
There you go. All right. Well, we'll close things out here.
An hour up of people's time. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Appreciate everybody watching. So, all right. You guys hang in there and we'll come back and talk a little bit, but I'm going to close the show out and say goodbye to the viewers. So, well, that concludes this week's show, as you heard me say, the episode of Behind the Beer number 8. We hope to be back again next week, August 6th, for a much anticipated episode of Who's Whining. Let me bring that screen up. There it is. And in this show, we feature the wines and wineries of Nova Scotia in the same way we're presenting the beer, just as tonight's show was about beer. We're going to present wines and wineries and talk about them a little bit. So we'll change things up. Hopefully the same crew will be on the panel to talk about that, and maybe a few new faces who are more inclined to have a drink of wine. Yeah. So keep watching our website and social media feeds for updates on all our upcoming shows and events, etc., and our little trip up to Truro next Wednesday. And as always, remember that all of our shows are designed to present our fellow Nova Scotians' talents, hobbies, businesses, and communities to the world, making NS Live TV a great media partner for creating in-person or virtual events. Like the Nova Scotiable Talk Show. Let's talk about that for a second. There we are, which is still active. It's still an active show, but to avoid talking to myself, which happens more than it should, we are reserving the show for any person or group who wants to have a discussion on a particular topic that affects us here in Nova Scotia. So, hey, there's an election on, so there really shouldn't be any shortage of discussions we should be having on a talk show right now. Like, for example, should Natal Day be a statutory holiday? What do you think? Because it's not. Yeah. I also want to mention about our Seeing People show. There's a little segment for that. It's an interview-style show that features interesting Nova Scotians and the things that they are up to. What are they doing? We'll find out when we go Seeing People. So contact me at the email you see below, producer at NS Live TV, if you know of someone, including yourself, that could be and should be featured on one of our accessible online community TV shows. And I just want to take a moment to thank the panel once again for being on the show tonight and all their info and feedback and their discussions. It's what makes the show what it is and makes it great. So to all our viewers and followers, thank you so much for tuning in. And all it takes to help us out to continue to create some great content for you is a simple like, share, and follow. It's just that easy. That's all it takes. And, we do take donations through GoFundMe. I'm just letting you know that option is there. So I'm going to wrap up this episode. Thanks for watching, and keep your browser tuned to NS Live TV as we continue to develop and create local shows and bring you live from Nova Scotia. I am, as always, Brian C. Stay safe, and hope to see you next week when we find out who's whining right here on NS Live TV.